I am in the beautiful Gold Coast. I've been here since yesterday. I'm currently up in the bedroom because there's a whole lot of people downstairs, and I wanted to deliver this beautiful message to you. I've actually just got off a couple of coaching calls, which just got me so freaking vibed up. Oh my God. And I spent the day with my beautiful EA, Amy, who we just had such a beautiful, gorgeous day. Oh my goodness, so many expansive things coming. My head's just going, "Wah!" It has been a magical trip already. And I wanted to come on to you. I wanted to come on and have a chat to you about universal flow. Um, and just a little bit about me. I help women high vibe and thrive and really connect to their passion, purpose, and with courage. I forgot what I was doing. I've just had like a wicked day. I'm so excited that my brain's all over the show. So I want to talk to you a little bit today about getting in line with the universal flow. And it's really interesting when we talk about the universal flow. So I'm just moving something before it. Because a lot of the times we sit in the control part of our lives, and we sit in the control of that we're trying to make sure that everything goes the way we want it to go, it goes according to plan, moves in a way that we want it to move in, and we try to control everything. And whenever we're manifesting, we're in a force for control if we're still holding on to the attachment. And there's a lot of things in life that we cannot control, especially right now. There's a lot of things in life we cannot control, and even take away what's happening right now. We can't control everything. We just can't. And when we get into that really forced feeling of trying to control, we get into the uncertainty of everything. So it's a little bit like a bit of a spiral. We can't control this, so then we become uncertain about it, so then we start doubting ourselves, then we go into fear, and then we want to control it, and we want to make it happen, and then we get into the force, and we try to force it. And when you try to force something, you completely go out of alignment. You go out of universal flow. You go out of the beautiful manifestation area. You go out of that beautiful vortex, the void. I talk a lot about the void. Being in the void is being in the trust, belief, and knowing that things are coming to you. And when you try to push, you get out of the universal flow. You get out of that beautiful flow state reality. You get out of that beautiful place of ease, the inner freedom, the personal bliss, the being in the moment, the trusting, the believing, the knowing, which is really hard when you're wanting things to happen now, and you're wanting that instant gratification. I want it now, I want it now, I want it now. I know I did this a lot when I was manifesting 10K months. And I'd be like, I want that 10K months, I want that 10K months, I want it, I want it, I want it. And I was trying to push everything. And when you push, something always pushes back. Always pushes back. To sit you back in that place of, no, it's going to happen when it happens. And you have to sit back to the trust and flow. Because when you start to push, as I said, you get out of that universal flow. You get out of that divine flow. A flow-based reality is just something I cannot speak highly of. I used to be somebody, and this for me is the old paradigm. It's the old paradigm of how we used to do life, how we used to do things, is the hustle, and the getting into the action, and doing. And, you're constantly feeling that if you're not doing something, then you're not achieving anything. If you're not like rushing around, or if you're not in that place of action, then, oh my goodness, like for me, I think I had to be in massive action all the time to get my clients, to have the beautiful people that needed me come to me. And sometimes when you get into that space, you attract the wrong clients because that's your energy. So when you can take a step back and get into that beautiful flow-based reality, your energy and your frequency shift. Things get lighter. You start attracting things without doing anything. Now, the big time I realized this was when I did ayahuasca. I did ayahuasca I think it's about 4 or 5 months, not a bit longer. In the last 6 months, I did ayahuasca, and then I did the 10-day plant journey along with it. And I went from being a person that was absolutely wanting to control everything. I lived in uncertainty. I had to have a plan. I had to have this massive plan. And what was it was causing? It was causing a lot of anxiety. It was causing a lot of mental confliction. It was causing a lot of just heaviness and just doubt and fear, because I placed so much expectations on myself on needing to get where I was going, that it would cause the control and uncertainty, and then just the crippling effect on the other side of it, when in fact, if you can sit in that beautiful space of knowing, trusting, and believing that it's coming because you're aligned with it all, that's the alignment of the universal flow. And I learned that this in ayahuasca, it was one of the big messages that I got, really big messages. And if you're feeling me right now, that you live in this space of push, 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 go, 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 and you feel that real heaviness, and the mind is just, it's constantly so clouded with everything, because you're in that uncertainty, and you're in that constantly trying to seek for something to make it so that it does work, instead of sitting within yourself and going, okay, no, I'm perfect where I am. That's not happening now, but things are happening. And getting back into that container of the flow based reality, without the force that goes towards it. It's just, I mean, you can feel it, right? You can feel the difference. It just creates such a different energy and frequency around you. And I know that when I did ayahuasca, one of the big messages I got was, you have to relinquish control. You actually can't control anything. You are a small speck on this universe. And if you think you have that much control, then you're kidding yourself. There are so many forces working around you that are creating what you're wanting and what you're desiring. Let them do what they need to do. Let them do what they're here to do. Let them do what we actually should be actually happening, instead of playing in this old paradigm world of the action and the go and the force and it just creates such a conflict within your mind and your body, and it causes this disillusion that you're actually thinking that you need to be better where you are, when you're not. Where you are right now is absolutely perfect. And I read this in one of the books I read, and this is what I'm talking about when I talk about aligned manifestation, is that you can ask and want and desire this. This is I'm just going to use the same thing. This big red sports car that's really hot, and it's like, wow, I love that. That is just amazing. I want to drive around that sports car, and then I'll know I've made it, and everyone's going to look at me, and I just want to have this comfort, and I want to smell the leather, and you actually really do want it for more than just the ego purposes. You really want it because you that's when you think you've made it, and that's just like, oh my God, I want that red sports car. I want it. I want it. I want it now. And then what happens is the universe, God, or source, who you believe in, delivers you a red bike. And you're like, where'd that red bike come from? I don't want that red bike. If I want that, I don't want that red bike. Why? I don't want that red bike. Why is that red bike here? And then the universe offers you a carpooling opportunity, because what actually serves your needs, and what you can actually sustain right now, is either the bike or the carpool. That if you do get this big red shiny thing, it's not actually your time yet. It's coming, but right now, what can service your needs is this bike or this carpool, because in the end, you can actually create more with putting that money into something else. But you want this red shiny car so much that you keep putting this force energy into it, and it's not coming. And then then the universe, or God, who you believe in, gives you a red car. And you're like, well, that's not the red car I wanted. I wanted that other one there. I wanted the 80 grand one. Why did I get the 15 grand one? I didn't want that. That's not what I wanted. Actually, it's a universal flow to what you need right now. It's okay to want the 80 grand spread sports car, but right now, to meet your needs and where you're at, this is exactly what you need. So sitting in the trust and the belief that, and acknowledging the other things that come to you and being in gratitude for them, creates the next level to come, then the next level to come. And then before you know it, you will be driving around that 80 grand sports car. But if you put that push to it, and if you go, oh, I wanted that and I didn't get it, and I want it, and then it creates this whole different energy around it. And you end up just not getting anything because you're not seeing what you want. So it puts you completely out of manifestation. It puts you out of universal flow. It puts you out of the frequency that of the receiving, which is the beautiful gratitude frequency. Wherever you are right now is exactly where you're meant to be, even if it doesn't feel like it. And that can be really like, really, I'm supposed to be where I am? Are you friggin' serious? Everything is happening right now for a reason. It may not feel like it, but it's happening for the greater good of you, the greater good of the universe, the greater good for all of us. Stay in the universal flow. Stay in that beautiful flow-based reality. Oh, that sun's just come out. Oh, look at that. Like a ghost. Allow yourself to be grateful for what you have, because when you're grateful, that you trust and believe that more is coming your way. Relinquish the control of trying to put that energy of wanting, and the minute you detach from the outcome, things will start happening. If you're talking about the manifestation, if you want that red car, great, say it, believe it, but make sure the steps, wait for the steps to come in line that are going to happen for you to be able to actually hold the space to have that red car. Because maybe you can't afford the insurance, maybe you can't afford the petrol, maybe you can't afford if it breaks down. So what you're being given right now is absolutely perfect for you. But when you go into the, oh, I don't want that, I want the other thing, then you're really going out of alignment. You're going out of alignment with the universal flow of what is needed for you right now. You don't actually need any plans. And what I mean by that is, I mean that you don't have to control it with step by step how you're going to get something. You just have to relinquish it. Relinquish is my favorite. It's the biggest word that came through for me when I did the ayahuasca. It was relinquish the mind, relinquish control, relinquish the knowing, relinquish everything that you've always known. Because up until now, we have been programmed at the most craziest level of insanity. And I won't even get into that. A lot of the time, the reason why we have a lot of anxiety and we have a lot of mental conflict running through our minds is because we put so much pressure on ourselves. We think that we need to be in this constant force, in this constant pushing, in this constant trying to get, in this constant looking, in this constant control based reality. When in fact, we need to do all, just relinquish the whole freaking lot of it. Allow yourself to ask for what you want and know what you want, and then get into the flow-based reality of believing and trusting that it's coming to you. Just know that whatever's happening right now, you're going to be okay. We never get given more than we can handle. And I know right now there is so much mental conflict going on in the world. Like, as I say, that's the true, I can't say the word, PD, ick, PD, ick. Someone else can write it down below. I can't say it because I'll stop my live. Try going into a flow-based reality. Be grateful for everything you have. Don't try to control it. Don't try to push it. Don't try to think that there's an answer to everything. Don't try to think that you have to know everything right now. Be okay with where you're at. There is a bigger picture to everything, including if you get that bike, know the car's coming. It may not come now. It may not come tomorrow. but it is coming. Because that's the universal flow saying, we're getting there. You got this. Keep moving forward. Keep shifting. So look for the little things that happen. They're the little messages that you're doing okay, that you got this, that you're in alignment, that you don't have to push. You don't have to know the answers. You don't have to make all the plans. That you're okay, that you're going to be okay. What you're wanting is coming, but just don't be in such a hurry. Sometimes we need to detour to understand and learn things that we need to know for our greatest picture, for our greatest good, for our greatest growth, for the next chapter of our journey. Lean into it. Don't be afraid to lean into it. So if this is resonating, I would love you to comment below. What are you realizing that you're pushing when you don't need to be? What are you not trusting and believing is going to happen when you should be? Where are the nudges that you're getting that you're not seeing? Because you're sitting in this push instead of sitting and open your eyes and seeing the reality, seeing what it actually is, seeing what's actually coming towards you. Where's your little bike that you're not seeing, that you're looking for the 80 grand sports car instead? Because even if you don't have that 80 grand sports car, if you're having these other things that are coming to you, you are absolutely in flow. You're not doing it wrong. It's just that you are being held right now to what you can actually sustain in your life. And maybe, you're manifesting 50K months and you're making 10K. So where in your life do you need to make the adjustments that you can actually receive that 50K? Because right now, maybe that your mindset's not in the right place for it, or maybe, you can't actually hold it. Maybe there's a few things that you need to unravel about yourself so you can understand that you can actually hold that 50K. Maybe if you get that 50K now, you're one of these people that thinks, I'm not worthy of money, and the money's just going to go straight out. So the universe is waiting for that right time to deliver you the money for your greatest good. There's so much within ourselves that we need to unravel, and we are all doing amazingly with what we've been given. And it's not a race. So get out of the hustle. Get out of that push. Shift into that beautiful space of aligned flow. And know that you are always being taken care of. All right, my darling hearts. I'm sending you all so much love. Thank you for your beautiful presence and giving me your time. I love to hear if anything flowed through. Sending you all so much love. Hey, 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 thank you so much for watching my video. If this resonated with you, make sure you hit like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my magical videos all around manifestation, holistic healing, spirituality, and why I show and tell you why I call myself the Life Architect. Sending you all so much love.